The District Chief Executive for Dafia Bose Issa, Nadi Umoru Sanda, has appealed or revealed that plans are in place to elevate the Issa Health Center to the status of a district hospital. The district currently has no medical doctor, and the over 32,000 residents of the area depend on a few health centers and over a dozen community health-based planning service compounds when they seek medical attention. Mr. Imoru Sanda said they have written a proposal to source funding for the construction of a female ward, a male ward and an outpatient department with consulting rooms, among others, to enable them make the conversion by 2019. Rafiq Salam has the rest of the story.
The purpose of the town hall meeting organized by the Ministry of Information in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development in some selected municipal and districts in the Upper West region basically seeks to provide platforms for government and its agencies to explain its policies, programs and development interventions to the public. It also provides the public opportunity to seek responses to issues bordering them. Dafia Bose Issa district is one of 5 districts selected in the Upper West region to hold the forum. District Chief Executive for Dafia Bose, Nadi Umoru Sanda, underscored the importance of the town hall meeting, saying it will promote transparency, openness, and accountability within the public space, and which in turn constitute key hallmarks of the country's decentralization process. He then laid bare some programs and projects embarked on by the government since he took over office 3 months ago.
It is also instructive to note that a good number of our youth have also been employed under the various models of the Youth Employment Program. The Micro and Small Loan Center, MASLOC, and the Youth Entrepreneurial Support Fund are also being repositioned so that they can offer the necessary financial and technical support to the youth to establish their own businesses and create jobs. Under the $1 million per constituency package, we recently submitted our district priority projects to the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives for scrutiny and necessary action. We are very hopeful the money will be released for the implementation of our prioritized needs to make life better for our people.
Mr. Umoru Sanda also spoke of plans to convert the Issa Health Center to the status of a district hospital.
The Assembly has written a proposal to secure funds to construct a female ward, a male ward, an outpatient department, which is known as OPD, with consulting rooms, children's ward, as well as surgical ward, among others. Within the same time of providing a district hospital by 2019, the Assembly has awarded contracts for the construction of a medical laboratory and doctor's bungalow at Issa with funding from our share of the District Assembly's Common Fund.
The participants, when given opportunity to ask questions, expressed concern over the lack of electricity in some communities in the district, deplorable and poor road network of the district, and above all, the increasing cases of armed robbery in the district. War Divisional Commander of the Ghana Police Service, Chief Superintendent Stephen Ngisa, however, allayed the fears of residents.
We have plans for the type of plans I cannot disclose it. But my warning to such criminals that they should either forget or stop whatever they are doing, or you come for them. We have enough information about them, so either they stop or you come for them. But when and where, that one I will not disclose.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam, Dafiama.
And down south, authorities at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital are lobbying Parliament to push for the completion of the over 40-year-old abandoned maternity block project. The uncompleted building, which was the focus of Joy News' special documentary, Next to Die, highlights the deaths of mothers and their babies at the country's second largest hospital. Chief Executive for the facility, Professor Ohenebo Owusu-Danso, says challenges of space are compounded by difficulties in procuring drugs and other supplies. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin now reports.
A visibly frustrated chief executive told the visiting Parliament Select Committee on Health he would jump for joy the day the building is put to use. Other issues Professor Owusu-Danso mentioned included challenges at Oxygen Center. This is the over 40-year-old maternity block project which has drawn national attention following Joy News' special assignment documentary Next to Die. It prompted action by First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo to partner the multimedia group to embark on the ongoing Save a Child, Save a Mother project. Professor Owusu-Danso believes the impact of the new mother and baby unit under construction can be greatly complemented by the stall structure.
Even as you go through the emergency center, which was built by President Kufuor's administration, the place is seriously encumbered, and it's encumbered to the extent that for a place that is designed to take patients for 24 hours, maximum 48 hours, before they are moved to the ward, more often than not, beyond the emergency stabilization of patients, patients are kept there for longer hours and even days because the ward is choked.
He also wants the hospital to be assisted to centralize its laboratory section for improved service delivery.
Currently, our laboratory services are actually scattered across various blocks. We wish we could have a centralized laboratory center to actually provide service, so that patients who come in here to access service will actually have a place to go for their labs. But one of the key issues we were discussing last week was to do with the fact that when patients enter in Kufanochi, more often than not, they go through a lot of hell, because you take one service from one block, you go to another block and all that. And we think that it doesn't really help with the workflow culture that we have here.
Members of the committee shared their impression about conditions at Ghana's second largest referral center. Dr. Kobina Chum-Nema is the chairman of the committee.
I think after listening to the management and going around to see some of the things for ourselves, it doesn't give us a lot of happiness, because we can see that there are still some serious challenges that need to be addressed aggressively.
Well, maybe, just maybe, government would attend to the needs of the hospital this time round. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin reporting.
Away from health, a megawatt ship, also the world's largest power ship, has arrived in Ghana. This was announced by Power Ship Ghana Limited, which says the ship, also called Osman Khan, will start operating at the Tema Fishing Harbour in September. There's more in the following report.
The arrival of Karadenis power ship Osman Khan follows a power purchase agreement signed with the Electricity Company of Ghana, requiring Car Power Ship Ghana Company Limited to provide a total of 450 megawatts of power and directly feed it into the national grid for 10 years. The power ship will supply uninterrupted and reliable electricity at a low cost to Ghana for thermal power generation with its dual fuel engines and combined cycle power generation technology. The power ship will initially use low sulfur heavy fuel oil to generate electricity, while the fuel will be converted to natural gas as soon as local natural gas supplies become available, ensuring cost savings for Ghana. The operations of the Karadenis power ship Osman Khan is expected to have a significant contribution to Ghana's electricity supply.
The Diocesan Bishop of the Methodist Church in Cape Coast, the Right Reverend Ebenezer Abaka Wilson, is asking political party leaders to speak less and allow their deeds to do the talking. This theme ran through his sermon at the Thanksgiving service at the Wesley Methodist Church to crown the NPP National Delegate Conference in Cape Coast. The Methodist Bishop also urged politicians to be guided by 6 cardinal principles that aid national development. Details in this report from Richard Kujinyako from Cape Coast.
So the Thanksgiving service of the New Patriotic Party has come to an end, and as expected, the entire cathedral, the Wesley Methodist Cathedral, was filled to capacity. A lot of the people were left standing outside. The Diocesan Bishop of the Methodist Church has been speaking, and he's been speaking on some 6 cardinal principles that aid national development. He mentioned integrity, faithfulness, good attitudinal principles, and a lot more. He also mentioned basically punctuality.
If we seriously rate ourselves in each of the following areas, then take our weakest area and try to improve it. Integrity, faithfulness, punctuality. Your program is supposed to start at 7, and as a leader, you come at 10. Quality workmanship, a pleasant attitude, and enthusiasm. You must have the zeal and enthusiasm for what you are entrusted. I'm calling on all who are put in positions of authority, working under the 3 arms of government, to be seen and not heard. At times we talk too much. Let people see your good works, not words.
The president has also been full of praise for the Methodist Bishop for pointing out all of these cardinal principles that undergird national development to the leadership of this country.
We came here to the Central Region to hold our Congress for the same compelling reasons of history. It was here, in this historic city of Cape Coast, that 120 years ago, a group of men came together to form one of the great organizations of our history, the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, under the leadership of Jacob Say, John Mensah Saba, Joseph Casely Hayford, who fought to preserve the control of our lands and kept the hands of the British from expropriating our heritage and our lands. 50 years later, to the day, on August the 4th, another group of men and women met in Saltpond, some 20 or 30 miles away from here, again in the Central Region, under the banner of the United Gold Coast Convention, to begin our battle for national freedom and independence. It is now a fact of Ghanaian politics. He who wins the Central Region wins Ghana. That we had to come here and express to the people of the region our gratitude and appreciation for the support that they had given us. We recognize that the qualities that the Diocesan Bishop is outlined as crucial for successful governance.
So the church service has come to an end, and the president just left. From the Wesley Methodist Cathedral here, my name is Richard Kwejo for Joy News.
And the 2017 Joy FM Back to School Fair ended over the weekend. Thousands of patrons were treated to discounted sales on everything needed for the next academic year. Just think about it. The event, which took place at the Providence Event Center, saw over 70 exhibitors and patrons express general satisfaction on affordability of goods and services on offer. As we bring you more in this report.
Thousands of patrons trooped in to the Providence Event and Retail Center near the Trade Fair Center in Accra to get for themselves great deals on educational materials for the awards. Joy News got in touch with some patrons and exhibitors alike who expressed general satisfaction over the 3-day event.
That's what we need to do is to ensure that everybody is going back to school with some big stationery of a sort. We have stationery from pencils to pens to crayons. There's something for everybody. Even for the teachers, we have whiteboard markers and all that, so we have a lot to offer here.
We have 20% discount from now till end of September. For parents, we have 20% discount from now to the 15th of September. And we know students are gathering themselves to go to school. So any purchase made by any parent from now, your initial purchases attract 10%.
Varieties of things, and it's been okay. I went around to check a few things. I got some few stationery and bags for my children, and it's been fine.
Actually, it's my first time. I haven't been to a trade fair in a long time. Yeah, so it's back to school fair. So I'm thinking basic things that students will need for school. I'm expecting to see, but obviously because it's a fair, people are going to be around for long. Maybe something else other than school stuff, maybe food, maybe drinks.
The Joy FM Back to School Fair is aimed at bringing together dealers in education-related items as well as parents and guardians as the academic calendar begins.
And that's it for the news, but we have a lot more news. We'll be looking at the newspapers, but right now we have a couple of your comments. We'll take a look at them, but we have the platforms Facebook, Joy News on TV, and also a channel on YouTube where we're streaming live gratefully. And we're talking about my Joy Online TV. But Mama View also is looking splendid in navy.
They've got a name for it apparently.
What?
They've got a name for the dotted something.
Okay, so what's the name?
I don't know. They should tell you in your ears.
I hear you're looking good.
Thank you. I'm good. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah. Some way be.
Yeah. Some way be.
Well, but it's good to be back.
I received the news of the death of a very good friend of mine. So it's not very so and so.
My sympathies. Sorry. Sorry for
I'm
your
sure somebody
loss.
you know as well. So.
Yeah. Okay, don't tell me yet after the show.
Sure.
But it's a Monday, fresh beginnings. It's still a month of, new beginnings. August is not over yet.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more days. So let's make, the good use of it.
Definitely. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.